Hi friends, hi hello, welcome or welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, hey, my name is Shantel, and this is the Bookmas day 10. That's crazy. I am just so excited. I can't believe we only have 14 more days. Time has gone by so quick. But anyway, this video is going to be basically all of the authors I'm leaving behind in 2025. I first saw Tori between pages do this video, so I'll link her down below. As soon as I saw that book or that video title and everything, I watched her video. I was like, yes, I want to do this because I think that's such a good idea. And I've been kind of thinking of doing a authors I love video versus, or I did one. So I think this kind of is a good compare and contrast kind of thing going on. So let's just get right into the video. Okay, so for the first one, these aren't in any particular order, is Liz Kessler. So Liz Kessler wrote the very beloved, very famous Emily in Snap series. She also wrote the Philippa Fisher Fairy Godmother series. And I think I've just outgrown her. She honestly writes for middle grade, and I am not a middle grader. But there was something so nostalgic about her books. But unfortunately, as they progressed, I just kind of got more and more annoyed with Emily and even the other books series that she's written. I just don't feel that sense of nostalgia as much anymore. I find more irritation. Like the first 1 to 3 books are pretty cute, and after that, I felt like it was a little bit more of a cash grab. And I don't know, I don't feel like they were as good as the first one. So, yep, I'm saying goodbye to her. Our time goes on, and sometimes you just outgrow an author, and that's okay. That is also being said for Dee Henderson. So, I read Dee Henderson growing up when I was 14, 15, and she writes like romantic suspense kind of thrillers, but not really thrillers, but like romantic suspense. And I really, really enjoyed her writing. I don't know what it was exactly about her writing, but I knew it was safe because, as a teenager, I didn't want to be reading much smut and stuff. And I liked how detailed her stories were and everything. And I don't know, I just really, really liked her as a writer. And as I've gotten older, I just am not the biggest fan of her writing style anymore. I think it's just kind of one of those things that she was with me for a time and now I'm moving on, and that's okay. And I tried to read one of her newer books, one of the like cold cases and stuff, and I couldn't get into it. The dialogue was very strange, and oh, there goes my paper with all my lists on it. The dialogue was really strange, and I don't know, I just kind of felt like the emotional depth wasn't there as much, which is crazy because I really, really liked her book Jennifer, which is the prequel of the O'Malley series, and I thought that character's arc and everything was super good, and I really enjoyed it. And then her other books, I just could not get into. So the next author that I have on here is Tracy Wolff. She is very well known for the Crave series. She's written some other books, um, some like I think standalone romance novels and stuff, and or maybe even some other series. And I tried to reread Crave, and I did not get into it. The characters were so infuriating, and I just did not enjoy it whatsoever, which is crazy because when I listened to the audiobook of that book, I just loved it. And I think I gave it 4 or 5 stars, and that was a few years ago already. But yeah, it was like a night and day difference. So I think I'm not really feeling YA as much anymore, or even like kind of like new adult. If it kind of goes to the younger side, I think those books just aren't for me as much. I do have some YA on my shelves, yes, but it's not as much as I used to. and some of those books are more nostalgia based versus like here for the plot and the story and that kind of thing, you know? So, yeah, and this is all obviously all alleged, but I heard that I read somewhere an article or something that it may have been plagiarism, that series, and obviously it's all alleged. I don't know if that's true or not, but it just kind of gave me an icky feeling, and I decided to step away from her. So, saying goodbye to Tracy Wolf. Obviously, all of these opinions are my own, and that is alleged, but yeah, I don't know. I just didn't vibe with her anymore, and that's okay. The next author I have is Emma Stevenson. I have ranted about Behooved, their debut novel, and I just don't think that they're a good author. I know it sounds terrible, and I don't mean to be unkind or cruel, but sometimes you just gotta say, where was the editor? You know, I just, yeah, I've ranted about that book before, and when you did beat a dead horse, no pun intended. But yeah, I just probably will never ever ever read Emma Stevenson ever again, and I'm not mad about that. The next one is Jessie Q. Satanto. She has written a couple books in the Dial A for Aunties series. I'm not sure if that's what the series is actually called, but that's the first book. And then she has written some YA crime thrillers as well. I tried to read, I believe it's called The New Girl. It has like a tealish kind of cover on it. Tried to read that. And I also tried to read Dial A for Aunties. And I just could not get into those books. I don't think her writing style is for me. And I just, yeah, I don't know what it was exactly about both of those books because for Dial A for Aunties, I got less than 100 pages, but The New Girl, I got over 150 pages before I quit reading that book. So obviously there's something in it that I just didn't like, I didn't vibe with, but I'm not sure. I don't remember because that was a couple of years ago that I tried to read that book and then try to read this book either this year or last year, and I think she's just not for me. So I'm officially taking her off the shelf. I'm going to donate to Dial A for Aunties because that is on my shelf, and I'm going to be saying goodbye to Ms. Satanto. So yeah, sometimes you just don't vibe with an author, and as unfortunate as that is life. Last but certainly not least is Lori Gilmore. I tried my hardest to really get with the Dream Harbor series, and I'm not trying to join the hate train or anything by any means because I loved Lemon Spice Cafe. I thought that was such a cute, sweet book. It had perfect, cozy fall vibes to it. I really, really liked Jeannie and Logan as characters. I thought they were really sweet. I liked the town. Yeah, I ate 5 stars. But then her other books have just gone downhill, and I have been very disappointed with the last 3 out of the 5. So, I'm not going to even attempt to read the 6th book, which is the Daisy Flower Shop or something, whatever it's called. Not even going to attempt to read it because, yeah, I don't think that her formulas of her books are all that gripping, and I don't like the content she put into the last book. If you watched my blog from yesterday, you know what that was. But yeah, I don't know. I just can't get behind an author who puts that into their books and then acts as if that is normal or even romanticizes it. So she's no longer for me. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I've tried to keep it relatively short and give just very brief overviews of why I'm saying goodbye to these authors. But if you enjoyed this video, I hope you like, comment, share, and subscribe. That would be amazing. And I will see you all tomorrow for Bookmas Day 11. See you then.